Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? What is everybody doing today? Are we flipping? Are we having a good day? What's going on, Satch? How are we doing? What's going on, Ghost Bally's? Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing today? What's going on, Act? Kraken came in the mail today. Awesome. Opened up, flipping it. How is it? I must know. Ghost Bally's, I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. I have nothing to complain about. Came home from work today and thought to myself, you know, I kind of feel like streaming, but I've been doing a lot of that and I don't know if I will. And then I started thinking about it. And last night I tried to record a video reviewing one of Ethan's Bally's literally 30 times because it wasn't going to be a long video. But I tried at least 30 times. And every single time I had some sort of difficulty, whether it was, you know, me dropping the Bali too many times or something going on with the video quality, like I can't say buffering because it's recording, but video quality issues, audio cutting out issues, all types of issues, but I just couldn't do it. And then, and so I thought to myself, well, if I want to stream and I want to record a video of me reviewing one of Ethan's Bally's, and I have proven recently that I can take my streams and chop them up into videos, well, why not see if I can get enough decent footage out of the stream and do the review that way. So not the review, the final thoughts. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Hope you guys are in for the ride. Let's see what's going on, Tony. Welcome to the show. Act says about the Kraken, I can't put it down. I get it now. It's close to perfect. Excellent. Is there a noticeable difference between, because if I recall correctly, Act, you had gotten a clone Kraken and then immediately bought a actual Kraken because it was so good. Is that right? And if so, what's the difference between the authentic Kraken and the clone? Let's see. Shroom says, howdy. Hi, Shroom. How are you? Stitch says, I just realized the Amazon one I got looks a lot like the GLIDR. Very cool. Is stream lagging every 10 seconds for anyone else, or is it just me? Is the stream lagging for anybody? I don't think I have any drop frame showing. So Ted, sadly, I think it might just be you. No lag for Shroom. Stitch says just you. Sorry, Ted. While the mail service may love you, the internet service may not. But hopefully you get it sorted out. Let's see. So we can jump right into it, or we can do some chatting. I'm just flipping. Act says, and yes, there is a difference. The sound is better, which I would expect. The feel in the hand feels even more neutral with the live blade. Does it? Good. Okay. Even more reason for me to think that a live blade Kraken is really where it's at for me. As much as I love flipping the trainer from Ethan, but we'll get into that in a different video. I'm good. A new dog threw me to the floor today and bashed my knee into concrete. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully you're okay. I'm going to go back to looking for sound effects for my videos. Bye. Bye, Ghost Bally's. Thanks for stopping by. Where did you get the fake Kraken? You won't regret getting one. I don't expect that I will regret getting one. Very much looking forward to it. All right, so, I took all this time to prepare the camera and everything, and I don't have my talking notes pulled up. Let me pull those up real quick. and boom, they're not the right ones. Give me 1 second. Boom. All right. BBKS got an armored shark one. Unfortunately, stream won't work for me. God bless Scott. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch the next one. No problem. Sorry, Ted. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for trying. All right. So today we are going to be flipping and talking about the GLIDR Arctic. Technically, it's the GLIDR Arctic 2. So anybody who does not know, this was sent to me a couple weeks ago by Ethan over at Blade Bias to flip and play around with for a little bit, familiarize myself with a number of Balis, but this was the first one that I pulled out. This is the first one we're going to be discussing on this series of Bali songs that I got to try. Like I said, this first one is the Arctic 2 by GLIDR, and it comes in at 4.5 ounces. It's got a strong handle bias. It is 6061 stainless steel handles and 440C, I'm sorry, aluminum handles, and 440C stainless steel blade. And I absolutely love flipping this thing because it is so ridiculously handle biased that it sticks to rollovers and chaplains like a dream. Oof. And it's got such rounded handles, like all the way around, both that way and that way. The handles are just super round, so it spins around in your hand when you want it to. But because of the grooves on the side, it's very easy to grip and hold on to when you don't want it to spin. So whatever it is that you want to do with this thing, you can do. Even to the extent of fanning, despite the fact that you have this ridiculously tiny, stubby little handle. It does not fan like a dream. It does not fan for miles. But if you're really needing to have it spin in your hand, so long as you don't run it into your wrist, you can get a fan out of this. It just, it's not as fun as, say, the Stitch V2. Let's see, did I miss anything in my talking notes about this? And it's heavy, it is. So it's definitely giving me a workout when I'm working on my twirl, or extended twirl. Let's see, exceptionally handled bias, ridiculously fun to flip, short and stubby blade, do everything that you need it to do. Fans will require a little bit of work. And I love how smooth the handles are. I have covered all my talking notes. So we'll see if I can grab any of that and use any of that for my actual review video. But I am, in fact, working on going through on stream, so you guys won't miss any of it, but working on going through, at this point, the collection that Ethan sent over and recording my final thoughts on all of them. So my time with these toys are in fact coming to an end. What's going on, Ethan? Speak of the devil and he shall appear. So I just ran through my talking notes. I might run through my talking notes again if the stream runs long and we get talky and we end up recycling the crowd. But I'll, at this point, basically what I ended up doing was went through my talking notes with the intent of clipping out an actual review video from it. So me going through my talking notes a couple times isn't going to hurt anything. But let's see what I missed while I was doing my chat. So yes, there is a difference. Dog threw you to the ground. going back to looking for sound effects. Where did you get the fake Kraken? I'm okay. Dogs just be like that. Day was still fun. Good. Glad you had a fun day. Armored Shark. Ted had to drop. As the third, or as Act said, yes, if you can get an authentic Kraken, definitely do so. Okay, I got Titus, so I'm not sure if there's a difference. I'm gonna flip. Everything you saying applies to my Talisong. Oh man, and is it just ridiculously handle bias too? Howdy, you rowdy bunch. Hey, Blade Bias. That's me, the devil. No, no, you're not. You're a good guy. Good timing to come in. There's someone that probably believes that. There's someone that it's always a good time for Ethan to show up. Yeah, so moral of the story, I certainly enjoy flipping this. Is this something that I'm going to immediately miss once it leaves my collection? To a certain degree, I will miss the ability to just pick something up that is so ridiculously handle bias and just go ham on it for, 5 minutes worth of rollovers and or I'm sorry, behind the 8 ball and helixes and just spam the crap out of them. But man, I am struggling getting into that extended fan or twirl. But if I were to stumble across a just unpassable deal on one of these things, I would definitely jump on it because it's super fun. Really, really fun. And this definitely would have been something that had this been what was available in the hobby when I got into it versus the Teflon Vault, I would have gotten this. I would have enjoyed it. And I would still be flipping today. So that was not the best, but absolutely love this thing. Super, super fun. So let's see. Any questions with regards to this, how this ranks up against anything else? I'm not really going to do like a go through my collection and do a compare, just simply because, again, I mean, I'm doing the reviews because I need to make sure that it's an opportunity that I'll only have once. So I'm doing them. But at this point, I'm realizing it's easier for me to do them on stream because it's enjoyable. Whereas doing them on a video just seems really, really boring. Similarly, same story with trying to do a compare series. So I'm not going to do a compare series, but if you guys have any questions or want me to compare anything, go ahead and let me know and I will, specifically to the GLIDR. What's going on, Sticky? How are you? Welcome to the show. I am just going through my feedback on the GLIDR Arctic 2. Basically gone over it in 2 different ways thus far, and am opening it up to any questions that anybody has with regards to this thing or it in comparison to anything else that I've been flipping, either from my collection or from Ethan or Ted. And if not, that's totally fine. I can just flip for a little bit, and we can have a very short stream. Where did you get it? Where did I get what? The Arctic or the Arctic 2 by GLIDR? This Balisong was sent to me by Ethan over at Blade Bias to play around with, familiarize myself with, and figure out what my flipping preferences are. So it was sent over to me on loan to play around with. And I'm just prepping for the return. Ooh, that was not comfy feeling. Yeah, that was right. All right, let's see. I would try, or I would like to try one, but would never go out of my way for one. That's basically where I'm at with it. I would love to have another one in my collection someday, to be able to pick it up and play around with it. But it's not something I would ever actively go out and seek. Just so you know, that is not an Arctic 2. I thought it was. What is it? Shoot. What is it then? I forgot, apparently. And this is too small. I can't read. I'm out olding my progressives. That's the original. Oh, so it's just the Arctic. Okay. I thought when I had looked it up, because I don't think that you had referred to it as the Arctic 2. When I had looked it up, I thought that the original had a different pattern on it and that the Arctic 2 had these, this kind of straight line square with a line in the middle of it, pattern on it. So my mistake. All right. So my apologies. Crap. I'm going to have to go through at least the intro again because that was wrong. GLIDR Arctic. There. Now at least my notes have been updated. All right. So they have a knife called... Wait, they have a knife called the original. There are 4 of them. The Arctic 2 has some different, deeper milling and better screws. Oh, okay. Okay, so there are 4 of them. They have a knife called the... Wait, they have a knife called the original? But the original is not what this is. This is the Arctic. I think. I think I'm following. Okay. Good to know. So yeah, the I don't know, the recent flipping that I have been doing that has been like, I don't know, very much more intentional and more present with regards to what I'm doing and what the Bali is doing and how it feels, what I want to do, what I have to do in order to get there. All of that has just, I don't know, it's been like a switch was flipped in my brain. So it wasn't like, I mean, because I've had those moments where you're listening to the stream, listen to the music and whatever, Spotify or Google is, putting out to you, and you kind of get into a flow, and that's one thing, but that's very temporary. Whereas what I'm talking about is like literally like a switch was flipped, and I was like, oh, this makes a little bit more sense now. And since then, like, I'm much more confident in my flipping and what I'm doing. I'm not like all of a sudden good, but I feel more confident in what I'm doing. It's pretty awesome. What you are holding is the Arctic one. The OG series is very different. Got it. Thank you for the super clarification, Ethan. I appreciate it. Some of the older Balis seemed like a lot of fun. Kind of wished I could experience the old days of flipping. I don't know that I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Now I will. But I don't know that I have anything to think aloud about it right now. I know that there are some old Balis that, yeah, if you can get your hands on it, you definitely want to. Like the old Benchmades. But other than that, I mean, I don't know which Bally's aged gracefully and which ones didn't, and of the old ones, which ones, even if they didn't age gracefully, which ones were fun to flip. One that I do want to try, and hopefully I can find an opportunity at Blade Show to run into somebody who has one, is the swordfish. I want to try the swordfish so bad. That was one of the first Bally's that when I decided, okay, I'm going to start looking into buying a real balisong. The swordfish was, I think, literally the first one that caught my attention as something that I wanted to have in my collection, and then immediately saw that they were all in a discontinued state. And I got sad, and then found the Squiddy U, and then got the Nivalis Vault. Or to see an old school flipper try a new Bally and see how they think of the difference. That would be a really cool comparison to have. Yeah, but then again, I mean, just hearing an old school flipper talk about the differences to me would be interesting. But then again, hearing anybody talk about balisongs in general, I think is generally interesting. All right, so I will jump through some of these notes again. Number one, to correct the misnoted balisong that I'm actually flipping. But number two, because we have people in the chat, some of which may have cycled out, and we have new people in. So today I am flipping the GLIDR Arctic. This Bally was sent to me by Ethan over at Blade Bias to play around with, along with a number of other balisongs that I'm going to be getting into and flipping over these next series of 6 live streams, where in these live streams I'm going to be giving my final thoughts on each of these balisongs before I return them to Ethan. As noted, the one that I will be flipping and discussing today is the GLIDR Arctic. It comes in at 4.54 ounces, has a strong handle bias, is made of 6061 aluminum handles with a 440C stainless steel blade. And this thing is ridiculously fun to flip because it is comically handle bias, making twirls very heavy, but when you're trying to build finger strength, that's a good thing, I suppose. But because it's so ridiculously handle bias, any rollovers and any chaplains stick like glue. Technically speaking, it's not the greatest at fans, but you wouldn't expect for it to be because it's got this ridiculously short and stubby, adorably cute little blade. So it is hefty in the handles, short and stubby on the blade. All in all, it's a ridiculously fun, compact Bally that feels good in the hand. It's got a nice, cool metal touch to it. All in all, I got nothing to say about it, but all in all, I glaze everything. So you wouldn't be here expecting me to say anything negative about it. Any questions? Want to hear my feedback with regards to this in comparison to anything else I've been flipping? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I will continue flipping probably for the next 5-ish minutes. And if it remains quiet, that's totally fine. But if it remains quiet, just so you guys know, I'm probably going to be calling it at about 30 minutes. Just FYI. Hopefully everybody has been having a good day today. My day was pretty solid. I don't really have anything to complain about. I had said earlier when I got home from when I had got home from work, the first thing I thought when I got out of the car actually was, I'm in a good mood and I feel like streaming. But I didn't have anything to talk about. It wasn't until later in the evening that I thought to myself, You know, I tried to record a video like at least 30 or 40 times last night, and it never worked out. But I usually don't have any issues with the streams, so why don't I just try live streaming my final thoughts, and then grabbing the clips out of it to make the video. So that's what this evening's stream was about. Was getting a stream out there, getting some video for my final thoughts on the GLIDR Arctic before sending it back to Ethan, and getting some flipping in. All of these things I have done. What about you? What have you guys done today? Anything fun and exciting? Nice solid day, hopefully. And I will take this evening's moment of awkward silence to take a moment to thank my lurkers for stopping by, hanging out. You guys are awesome. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Lurkers are one of my favorite parts of being a YouTube streamer. Yeah, a YouTube streamer. I guess I can consider myself that. It's my mom's birthday. Have been pretty chill day. Very cool, and happy birthday to your mom. That's awesome. Very, very, very awesome. Unc, I love you, Unc. I'm here listening while I clean. Very cool. Thank you for being here. I'm glad to hear that you're being productive this evening, and that you're listening to me while you're doing it. That's really cool. Thank you, Shroom. All right. So yeah, the main thing that I've been working on practicing of late, like I said, has been the extended twirl, to the point where I can actually get into it without, needing to lead myself into it by way of combo, like, I have to do for the behind the 8 ball, for example. Whereas because I'm intently focusing on spamming the extended twirl, I've kind of forced myself to, okay, well, if I don't want to go through all of this stuff and I just want to focus on the twirl, what do I do? Oh, okay, well, I just drape the safe handle over my finger and start there. But I don't have finger strength. So you keep doing it. And bit by bit, I mean, and I can tell you, like, this very choppy stuff that you're seeing right here is like ridiculously impressive in comparison to where I was at, 2 days ago. So while I am not great right now, I am improving and will be better this time next week. I don't know what I was trying to do there. What are you guys working on learning? Anything? Any new tricks anybody is working on? Otherwise, the improvement is noticeable. Well, thank you very much, Ethan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It is definitely, I don't know, it's really interesting watching my streams after the fact, because I notice there are times where I flip better and there are times where I flip worse. And the times that I flip better tend to be the times that I'm talking more naturally also. Despite the fact that I may still be reading something off of the screen. But that's one thing that I noticed in the last stream. It was ridiculous. I was standing here and I was reading and it sounded kind of choppy, like I was reading. And then I'm like, hey, I should probably flip something. Picked up a battle song. As soon as it started moving, my eyes went right back to where they were. My head went right back to where it was, but I sounded like a human being again. It was just I don't know what it was, if it was the comfort of flipping the Bali, or if it was uh, I don't know, the fact that I was doing something with my hands and it wasn't the Bali so much as you know, an ADHD thing. But um, yeah, I have noticed that while it is much more difficult to flip while I'm streaming, and I don't flip as well when I'm actively talking, I do flip a whole lot better when I'm talking comfortably than when I'm reading and not quite sure. I don't want to say not quite sure what I'm saying, but when I'm reading something that isn't like a, oh, I know exactly what that is, so I'll just wing it. Um, those are the moments that it's difficult for me to flip. Let's see. I'm working on my flow right now. Me too. But that's how I do it. I mean, I work on flow all the time and one trick at a time, or two tricks as far as learning. And I just sprinkle the new trick into a combo or a portion of a combo that I've been working on. And then I tell myself, okay, I'm not trying to learn something new. I'm just working on my flow, and then force myself to do the new things too. Murnak's ladder and trying to get the chatter fluently. Very cool. IDK, welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm still trying to understand how to make my fingers do the chatter. Okay. Do a reverse thumb roll to get momentum. I guess I need to throw it a little harder then. All right. Um, Interestingly, I've been trying to think of anything that I could actually do a comparison with, uh, regarding the GLIDR Arctic, and I don't know that I own anything currently that is comparable. I mean, I do, but its current configuration isn't comparable to this right now. Because the closest thing I can think of to just how handle bias this is my rep when I have the orange G10 scales on it, is ridiculously handle bias in the hand as well. And I think, but I haven't had it like that in a while. I think that's what I remember, and that would be the closest thing that I have to compare. Not in like flipping quality, but at least in I don't know, and not even necessarily in weight, but in like weight paired with balance, paired with the way that it feels, the way that my brain tells me, it should flip. This does flip like this with the orange G10 scales on it. Flips for me when I do. Hopefully you guys followed that. I haven't learned a new trick for a year till recently with the chatter, so my flow is on point. Awesome. Well, the tricks I know. Oh, well, with the tricks I know. Very cool. Um, yeah, but because I have the 3D printed scales on this is like very on the neutral side of things and very much not like the GLIDR Arctic in any way, shape, or form. But it's still super fun to flip. Nope. But that's not what we're flipping today. All right, let's see. We got 5 potential lurkers in the chat. Unklings, we'll say. I am going to put up my be right back. I'm going to drop down my desk. We're going to start getting things wrapped up. But we will give everybody some time to say their goodbyes or plead their case on why I need to keep talking. But for the moment, let me put up my be right back sign, and I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Oop, let me adjust my camera. That should be a little bit better. All right. What's going on, Two-Bit? Welcome to the show. This time I'm not quite wrapping up. I did just drop my desk down, did just sit down, did finish my talking notes, we'll call them this time. Basically, it was just my final thoughts on the GLIDR Arctic that Ethan over at Blade Bias sent over for me to play around with. Just getting those individual final thought streams in before I send all of these back. IDK says, by the way, the scales I'm working on are going through a major redesign, so be ready. That both causes me excitement and panic because I love flipping this thing with these scales. And by major redesign, I mean, I don't think it's going to do much to the weight because it's still the same PLA. And even if you take away a lot of PLA, this is a lot of air in here. But yeah, I love the way that this flips right now. What's going on, Jax? Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll just kind of give a recap on those final thoughts. The final thoughts with regards to the GLIDR Arctic were that I love flipping it. I'm not going to go out of my way to find a replacement for it. But if I ever do have an opportunity to pick up a replacement for it, that is a great deal. It's definitely something that I would jump on because this is embarrassingly fun to flip. If you like drilling behind the 8-ball helix infinity loop, which is what I did for my first 6 months in the Balisong hobby. So I can appreciate doing that, and I can appreciate the comfort of just going through those motions again and again, even though at this point I go into other stuff when I'm not thinking about it. Just super fun, Bali. Absolutely elated that I got to play with it. Yeah, Ethan, if you're still in the chat, thank you again very much for that opportunity. Yeah. So, chat is still quiet. That's totally fine. I've done my flipping. I've done my talking. I've done my talking notes. My pleasure, dude, says Ethan. Again, appreciate it. Not only the Bali, but your being here, especially right now because you're sick. Yeah, I mean, super, super good guy. But we've gone through my talking notes. We've done some extra flipping. We've done some extra chatting. I believe I've given everybody the time that they need to say anything that they want to get out there. So, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I love you.